morning. The United States is hitting new targets in the capital city of Tehran. At the same time, Israeli forces are bombarding Iran and Lebanon as the assault is now in its sixth day. Iran, meanwhile, launched a wave of retaliatory strikes throughout the region. 2 Iranian drones fell into Azerbaijan this morning, who warned that it was now preparing a response. The UAE detected 7 ballistic missiles fired at its territory, 6 of which were intercepted and destroyed. More Iranian strikes were also reported in Israel and Iraq, the latest signs of a broadening regional conflict. Meanwhile, the Iranian foreign minister said that the U.S. would, quote, bitterly regret the sinking of an Iranian Navy vessel in the Indian Ocean. Iran, however, denied firing a missile toward Turkey a day after that country said that NATO air defenses shot one down. And this all comes as the U.S. State Department is calling on Americans to immediately depart more than a dozen countries in the Middle East. U.S. embassies across the region now say that they are able to help citizens evacuate, as members of Congress accuse the administration of failing to properly prepare for the fallout. Let's bring in MS Now international reporter Inez de la Cuetara. She joins us live from Jerusalem. Thank you for being with us again today. Give us the latest from the region. There's been reports that Iran has not been able to launch as many missiles in the last, say, 36 hours as it did in the first days of conflict. But the rockets are still up there, and the war continues to widen.
Hey, good morning. That's right. Yeah, the Pentagon saying that the number of ballistic missiles fired has gone down by 86%. But I'll tell you, here in Israel, the sirens continuing to go off throughout the day. Just today, we've had about 3 sirens so far. So concerns, very much ongoing here. I will say the Israeli government is easing restrictions a little bit. So people have now been told that they can return to work if their workplace has a shelter. Gatherings of up to 50 people are now allowed to resume. Schools remain closed, though. And we did get news this morning from the State Department that the first flight evacuating Americans from the region has departed the Middle East. The State Department not giving us a whole lot of details in terms of where the flight left from and where it went. We understand that is due to security reasons. But the State Department saying that there will be additional flights chartered in the coming days across the region. Here in Israel, the Ministry of Transport has begun operating repatriation flights. So this is flights for people who were stranded abroad, who are trying to get back to Israel. But otherwise, the airport remains closed. There are no flights leaving Israel with people on board. Americans in Israel have been told that the embassy cannot assist them with evacuations and that Americans here should instead contact the Israeli Ministry of Tourism that is operating shuttles to land border crossings. We found out that there were shuttles departing Jerusalem today, heading to the Egyptian border. So we went to try and meet with people getting onto those shuttles. It was, there were families, there were people on their own, people from all over. So there were people from Italy, from the Netherlands, from Germany. We did speak to 2 Americans as well. I'll let you listen to what they had to say.
When we got the alert the first day, I did call the embassy. I believe that was Monday, if I'm remembering, and it was closed that day, so I wasn't able to get through. That was a little disconcerting, you would think. But otherwise, I didn't actually try to contact the embassy or the State Department because we had already acted quickly to book our flights out of Taba. So we had pretty much already arranged everything by the time the State Department started getting organized and getting other people out.
And we did get an update from them moments ago. They tell us they are almost there. They can see a lot in the distance, so they are almost at the border crossing. From that point on, they're going to be heading to the Taba airport. They've been told there have been additional flights to Athens that will be operating out of Taba, so they're going to try and get to Athens, and then from there they will make their way back to the D.C. area, and they tell us they are very happy to be heading home.
MS Now international reporter Inez de la Cuetara. Inez, thank you again. She joined us live from Jerusalem.